Today we are doing something very unique and quite unusual. It is in a way sad because I'm making a dish which is from the Franconian area of Bavaria in southern Germany in the honor of my late best friend Michael, who passed away in January. Very sad story for all of us, friends, family of course. And so this video went into cooperation with a few people actually. Number one, of course, the family. I asked what did he like, what was his favorite dish. I never knew that, quite frankly, as many times that I ate with him from Berlin to Bali, but I have not known what was his favorite dish. And one of the favorite dishes that his family shared with me is a Schaeuferla, which is a very, very popular dish for Sunday in Franconia, which is a very beautiful area. And here you see my t-shirt today. It says Schwabach. Michael came from Schwabach, which is a nice city, about 44,000 souls, south of Nuremberg. And for any of you that know Bavaria, Franconia is absolutely beautiful. The second person helped me to get this meat is Jack from our Bavarian restaurant here in Phuket, and it took me like 6 weeks to get it because it is not a common cut to get here, not even in a German restaurant. And the third would be also a very good friend of Michael's, which is Thomas Obst and his wife Kerstin, who are managing a beautiful little restaurant, Gasthof, guest house, small hotel in the Allgäu region, which equally is absolutely brilliant. So let's go and start cooking here, because this is not a dish that's going to be done in 30 minutes. Let's start with the Schaeuferla. Now there it is. I had a lot of people done some work for me already. This is about 4 kilos. This is bone-in shoulder blade. It has to be cut, the fat has to be cut into diamond-shaped little squares, which I don't know if you can see, but here it is. Ingredients, as we have here, celery, cut in chunks. I used baby carrots because it's easier than cutting carrots, and leeks. There they go again. They say Swiss the chef and his leeks, always leeks. Quartered onions. I took some red onions and white onions. About a half a liter of beef stock. Usually it requires vegetable stock, but I am going to do some different things than you may maybe do. And we have here Caraway, Kuemmel, very, very important. We have fresh peppercorns for the sauce. We have mixed seasoning, salt, pepper, and some tomato paste, rosemary and tarragon. Estragon und Rosemary. Rosemary? Wie heißt das? Rosemary. No, there you go, see. And of course, very important ingredient from Franconia. Gruener Dunkel. Yes! Okay. And I took another beer just because I want to mix them, which is also not traditional, but why the hell not? This is it's paid. This is a Kellerbier Kaiserdom. Okay. So we're actually lucky here in Thailand that we find these things. So let's cooking. It's all ready, and all we need to do now is the beginning. And for that reason, what you need to do now is to put quite a lot of salt on the top here, on the Schwarte, which is this beautiful fat here. I love it. Put salt. Put salt, put salt. Be generous, doesn't matter. You can put quite a lot. Put pepper. All right. And now we're gonna go and rub pepper and salt on the sides as well. Here on the back, sorry. Just take it in your hands. And now the caraway. Apply as much as you want. I am a fan of this spice. Next step. It's also not very traditional, but I put a little bit of oil in my Dutch oven here. Not too much. And then I'm going to add this wonderful meat right inside. And I'm gonna throw, nice. Oops, literally, sorry. All around the meat. Okay, that's how this looks. I almost forgot to put the onions, I'm sorry. Now, this we're gonna go and sear for a short time in the oven until the vegetable and the meat get some color, a little bit of color, and then we're gonna add some of our stock and also the beer. Let's put it in at 150 heat, lower and upper, not covered. We let this cook for about an hour just to get some of the fat out, and now is the time where we're gonna start. Do not cover the meat with broth. So I would say 250 milliliters is enough. We now take our tarragon, disperse it around. The same with the rosemary, as well as the peppercorns. There you go. And now we're gonna add the beer. See, you can hear the sizzling. All right. I give a shot of Jaegermeister. Unusual. Okay, now we're gonna return it to the oven, put it at 160 and cook it as long as needed. Do not forget, you have to always check it. If you have to add more broth or beer, you go right ahead. I will do that while I'm cooking it. Here we go, Prost! And Prost again. And now what we're gonna do is it sizzles inside. We are going to push it back in and we're gonna increase the heat to 220. And then a really nice crust will form. Here is our wonderful Schaeuferla. Now that we have achieved our goal, we put it on a tray and leave it there for a while, because now we have to proceed and make the sauce. What I'm going to do now here is I'm just going to ladle it in all this wonderful sauce inside my strainer. Okay, here is our sauce. I put a bit of sauce strengthener in there to thicken the sauce a little bit. As a side dish, I have bread roll dumplings, and what we're going to do with those is simply wait until the water boils, and then we're going to put them into salt water, and if they go drop down, wait until they float, and once they float, they're ready. Okay, our Schaeuferla looks ready. Put it out of the pot. Wonderful crust. And then I turn it over. Here's the bone, and here I'm going to cut some of this brilliant meat. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. That's all gonna go on my lucky plate. Let me see how that tastes. Again. Danke, Michael, für die Idee. It's fantastic. You feel the crunch? Absolutely brilliant. Thanks for watching, and in honor of my best friend Michael and to all of you watching, thank you so much. Prost, and can't wait. Delicious. See you next time. Auf Wiedersehen. Hoffentlich bis bald. Macht's gut. Servus, ciao und alles Gute.